reasons. Yep. Firstly, I think I'd actually seen another cemetery that was using it and had it demonstrated to me practically. And then we had some further discussions with Chronicle. Yes, we did compare prices. There are obviously some of the others around are considerably more expensive. So there was a whole range of things. And then Matt came to visit us, and he sold the software very well to all of our curators and our parish administrators. So yes, that decision was made at that point to proceed. Yes. I think it was well, the cemetery that I look after, we had a fairly good Excel spreadsheet, and so actually transferring the information to Chronicle was just Dropbox really, and taking some photos of the maps and things. So that wasn't difficult. Our difficulties, as I say, were more our end. From the one of our cemeteries we discovered that didn't have any up-to-date records for quite a few years, and we had a map, but the map does not match the actual physical burial sites, and so there's been a huge amount of work from that point of view. But the cemeteries that we had the information, certainly the onboarding process was not difficult at all. It was quite easy. We've still got a long way to go because I guess those of us that are doing it, we upgrade as we go along, but there's a lot of backlog of stuff that we could put on information that's only held in paper form at this stage. But it's certainly, because one of our cemetery curators is not well at the moment, it's made it much easier for the other curators to assist across cemeteries, so we can all access the information, and we can the team can cover for one another if somebody goes on holiday or that sort of thing. So it's made a huge difference as far as that's concerned. Yes, and I guess that was part of the reason that we started in the process in the first place, was because of the difficulty of individuals and not having anybody else to step in if somebody was on holiday. So that it's actually made that a much smoother process. And like in the last month, I would have been taking calls for all 4 cemeteries. Fortunately, I haven't had too many calls. So yeah, it's been good. I might give you a bit of background. We are an Anglican church with 4 small cemeteries in our parish, and we have all volunteer curators, which we are finding more and more difficulty getting. So our decision to go with Chronicle was a succession planning decision, I guess, to make it easier to manage the cemeteries. And the actual process it's been good as far as Chronicle's been concerned. But what it has done is shown up some inadequacies in our systems to date, particularly with one of the older cemeteries, which we don't have very good records for, and we don't have a very accurate map for. So that's been an interesting exercise, I guess, as far as we're concerned. Yeah, but the process itself was not difficult. No, it was quite easy, really. I think we've put signs up at our cemeteries with the QR codes and things on. So I guess we don't actually know when people visit, and because they're all country cemeteries and people can be visiting at any time. But we certainly have put that facility out there, and we've advertised that we've got it. I don't think anybody has. I don't think we've had an individual that's asked to have a story put up there or anything like that. But I guess it's still, relatively early days. So it's into the future. I see those things happening. Yeah. Well, I guess it's actually being able to access information across all the sites, by each of the individuals. And I can see going forward, there's lots more stuff we could do. I actually had a go trying to redesign the lease form the other day, but it wasn't very successful. So it might be something we come back to Chronicle and actually have a form designed, for us. But that's something we have to talk about for the future. But being able to input the information straight into the database and only having to do it once, that's a good thing, and it's all there in the one spot. So yeah, it's definitely a positive. I think from the point of view of the management team of the parish, we keep them in the loop as to what we've been doing, but and they all see it as a positive thing. But I guess since we went live, I don't think we've had lots of feedback. We certainly did from the Historical Society of one of our cemeteries, who were very keen to link, and I'm not sure whether that link has actually been put in place, but that's something I should follow up on, that they thought that would be a really positive thing to have from the Historical Society, to have a link to the database. Not sure whether we set that up, but I'll follow that up. But not, I guess, not a lot of feedback, but what we have had has been positive. Talk about it frequently with other cemetery providers, and that I've found it to be a really positive thing, and I think that digitizing records is definitely the way to go to the future. But I imagine there's lots of cemeteries that aren't digitized at this point, particularly rural ones. So as far as our wider diocese is concerned, we're at the point of going to be bringing together all of the cemetery curators. So I'll certainly mention it when we get to that point as well, so that we see it as a positive thing and a good process for the future of our small Anglican cemeteries.